welcome. We are here to play The Lovely Somnolent by me, a Trophy Dark incursion that I wrote based on the fairy tale Briar Rose. That is the theme for this particular incursion. It is built as a one-shot, so hopefully we can get through it okay. Content warnings are PC betrayal, that's usually inherent in Trophy, as well as body horror, manipulation, temptation, and violence. Okay? And then we will, of course, go over other things that might be coming up in the game as well when we go over safety. But let's do a quick player intro, names, pronouns, and experience and or interest in Trophy. I'm Mads, they, them pronouns. Again, welcome to my table. I have played a lot and run a lot of Trophy. Both flavors, dark and gold, and I really love this game. I find it very versatile. I find it very full of all the vibes that I really enjoy. Twisted, dark, just the usual stuff. And I believe in the haunted spaces of the world. It's awesome. So I'm going to popcorn it over to someone, and then once you're finished with your intro, then please feel free and popcorn it to the next person. Okay? So I'm going to popcorn it over to Fumi.
Hi, I'm Fumi. I go by any pronouns. Yeah, as far as my experience with Trophy goes, this is going to be my first experience, but I've always been curious because I've heard of Trophy for a while and Trophy Dark especially. And it's various topics and subject matter check off a lot of boxes that I'm interested in. Whenever it comes to these sort of games. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what this is like and everything. I'll go ahead and popcorn it over to Becky.
Thank you. I'm Becky. My pronouns are she and her. I have played Trophy Dark once, maybe twice before. I just don't get the opportunity to play things as much as I want to. But the subject matter is all stuff that I like, so I am very excited to get into this game. And I will ping over to Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. My pronouns are also she, her, and I am also inexperienced with Trophy. I am very interested just because I know, like Fumi said, it's a game that comes up often, kind of a staple that I just haven't run into yet. And I'm very excited for this particular incursion because I'm a big lover of the fairy tale genre. I think it's a very exciting thing to pair with Trophy Dark. So this is right up my alley, hoping that genre awareness will carry me through learning the rules and such. And I guess I'm popcorning it over to Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle, she, her. I've played Trophy Dark once, I think, and had a good time.
By good time, you mean bad, right? I mean,
Good time, bad time. What's the difference here?
dark time. It's fine. Well, again, welcome to my table all, and I appreciate you being here. And let's see, hopefully we will be able to, enjoy ourselves. And to start with that, we're going to go through a round of cats. Concept, aim, tone, and subject matter to make sure that we're clear on the expectations for the table. And then we'll go over safety, so this way everybody knows what kind of safety tools we have available to us, okay? We are playing under the Open Hearth code of conduct, which is available on the Open Hearth online gaming community website. So please, if you haven't already looked at those, please feel free and do so. The Open Hearth is an online gaming community full of various people interested in all the different varieties of TTRPGs, love playing them, running them, as well as talking about them ad nauseum, but we're just nuts over them, and it's beautiful. So, anyway, plug over. Cats. Trophy Dark itself, the system, is a role-playing game about a group of doomed treasure hunters entering the haunted spaces of the world. The game tells the story of the treasure hunters' physical and mental descent as they move deeper and deeper into the incursion. Their journey ultimately brings them to the ancient ruins that hold the treasure they seek and the monstrous entities that dwell there. This is not a hopeful story of brave and daring adventurers that slay dragons and drag bags of gold back to town. This is a horror story of entitled pillagers meeting tragic ends. The aim. You will play ostensibly suitors for the cursed princess's hand, but you are also treasure hunters motivated by a near impossible goal to seek out riches in the forgotten places of the world. You are not heroes, but entitled or desperate pillagers there to secure your wants and needs. The treasure hunters are doomed, and they probably won't achieve their goal. Instead, they are very likely to die by the end of the game, and watching how they go out is part of the fun. Tone. The tone of Trophy Dark is desperate, doomed, and often tragic. You will likely encounter conflict or tension between treasure hunters, where characters are encouraged to backstab or betray their companions in pursuit of their goal. Subject matter. This game is R-rated. Your treasure hunters are risk takers, willing to make dangerous choices. The game will likely be violent, terrifying, and include scenes of bodily horror and loss of self-control. The gameplay itself is highly collaborative and improvisational. Players have a lot of say over the world itself and can introduce story elements that no one, not even the GM, was expecting, and play moves between the fiction and the metagame frequently. The game runs best when everyone feels comfortable offering up their ideas. It uses six-sided dice of two colors, light and dark, to determine the outcome of risky actions. All right? So given the subject matter, given how the gameplay works, we want to make sure that everybody's going to have a good time. And to do that, we need to make sure that people are going to be safe. So we have safety tools that are available to us. Safety tools that we can use are, let's see, we have the, here we go, X card. So of course, if something comes up that is objectionable or wildly tonally off in an unfun way, then please use the X card, which you can either type it into the chat, you can make an X with your arms in the video, or you can just say X card right out loud. We will stop play, find out what needs to be X carded, take that out, and then resume play from there. You are able to tell us, why, but you don't have to. We will not ask you why. You are not required to tell us why the particular thing needs to be X carded. Excuse me. And then we also have script change. Script change has the tools of pause. So if there's something that we're nearing that could be a bit of a touchy subject, maybe you want to call pause on it, we can have a discussion, like take a break, do a discussion offline, and then talk about that particular topic, like how much we want to delve into it and such, and then only resume when the player who called the pause tells us that they're comfortable with resuming. All right. There's also rewind. So if we get to a certain point and we're like, can we rewind back to a particular moment before da-da-da happened, then we can totally rewind to that point, possibly take it into a different direction, totally do that as a tool. And then there's also fast forward. So certain things we may want to just elide over, we may want to just time jump, we may want to fade to black / not role play whatsoever, and we just want to fast forward through that point. Okay, so we have that tool as part of script change. There's also open door policy. So for whatever reason, if you've got to get up, step out for biological reason, excuse me, answer the door to get your lunch, whatever, I mean, that's perfectly fine. Just let us know when you're coming back, how long you're going to step out. Or if we happen to be out on a break and you decide this is not the game for you, no big deal. Just say, I'm taking the open door, not what I expected, no hard feelings. Absolutely none, okay? And you don't even have to tell us why you're taking the open door, all right? Lines and veils are our last safety tool. We have a safety tab in our character keeper that lists checks for our lines and veils. Lines are things that we won't cross. They will not be part of our game whatsoever. Veils are things that may come up, may be present, might be mentioned in a flashback, a memory, what have you. But those will be things that, again, we will not role play out. They will be faded, excuse me, faded to black. So we just want to make sure that they're marked. So this way we're kind of aware of what kind of grade to put them under. There's also an ask first column. So if something is marked as an ask first, maybe we'll start to slow down and tentatively approach that particular topic and literally come into the metagame and say, I'm thinking about mentioning this. Can I say whatever it is, right? So it's perfectly fine to do that and ask first. And then, of course, there's the interest column. So things that could be inherent in the incursion or the game itself, but also are things that you'd like to see, like body horror. Somebody always checks off body horror. Um, but then there's also, again, like I said, with the content warnings, PC betrayal is very inherent and quite possible in Trophy. Shifting reality is also quite possible in this game as well. And some of the other things that I had mentioned before, like manipulation and temptation and violence, are also possible in this game. But there's also the other topics that are listed here. So please, if you haven't already checked off lines, veils, ask firsts, and such, please do so in the safety sheet right now. This is a living document. So at any point something gets added, changed, what have you, please give me a DM or just list it in the chat somehow, and then just like, say, let's pause and then double check the safety. Perfectly okay to do that, and just make sure that everybody feels okay about what you're going to talk about or what you're going to say. Please do. All right. I'd rather make lots of pauses and make sure everybody feels comfortable than say something and be like, oh, that was in safety. Just want to be considerate. It's okay. All right. So, any questions about the cats or the safety so far? Anything? No? Okay. All right. So, at this juncture, let's go ahead and I'm going to pause the video, and we're going to take some time to have the players create their characters. And then when we come back, we're going to introduce them and then start the incursion. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. All right, we're back. Let's go ahead and get these characters introduced. Michelle, we're going to start from left to right on the character keeper. Michelle, please introduce us to Rasei.
I'm Rasei. I am a sellsword who is a reformed thug. My drive is to retrieve the lost banner of the Nameless Legion. And I have the ritual yoke, which lets me apply the strength of a spectral bowl to a situation. And I was the princess's bodyguard. Why did she send me away the night the curse fell? She sent me on an errand to fetch her something of little consequence. Just using me as like an errand boy.
How did you feel about that?
Not great, but used to it.
Did she do this often to you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Becky, please introduce us to Kel.
Kel is an oracle. Kel sees things and has visions that perhaps she wishes that she didn't. She is also an escaped cultist. I think that she was not necessarily a believer of the cult, but she was put in the cult because they wanted to take her visions, and for a period placed her with the royal family so that they could get benefit from her visions, which is when she told the princess that her brother was plotting against her, which was out of the brief of what she was supposed to be doing there. But she escaped, hooray! And left that life behind, which is a very good thing. I think that a life of visions has taken a physical toll on Kel. I think that Kel is underweight and has hollow eyes and periodically suffers from crushing headaches, which she sometimes struggles with, because seeing things is not comfortable or pleasant, and she can't really control that. And what else? Oh, I've taken provoke, which allows me to provoke a fight, flight, or freeze effect in somebody or something. I think it applies to anything. And unravel, which means that I can unravel any ritual and put it somewhere else. That's me.
Are the followers of the Piper the cult that you escaped from?
Yes, they are. Well, no, they're not actually. I was going to say that the Piper is the god that my cult was worshipping, and the followers of the Piper are. I'm thinking of it more like a Pied Piper. They are people who, like the children who were induced to follow the Pied Piper against their will. they're the followers. So they're not the cultists. They are innocent people who have been tricked by the music of the piper. That's why I want to free them, because they are just as imprisoned as I was by the cult. Sad.
Okay.
But this is a dark place.
Yeah, very much so. Kat, please introduce us to Nima.
All right. Nima is a herbalist now. Her background is an unmasked Faeborn. She was sent into the human courts at a young age to kind of a changeling situation, get some skills with dealing with the humans that are so often uh thinking they're in control of the wider narrative. She was the princess's playmate, and she did not always have her powers under control. What did you do to make the princess fear you but still come back for your company? She placed a geas on her least favorite nursemaid. It was supposed to be helpful. She has since been revealed as Faeborn. She is out of the favor of the royal courts. Her drive is to attend Countess Shima's Forbidden Festival, to put herself back in the good graces of someone of importance. Whether it is Fae or human, we have yet to see.
And last but not least, Fumi, please introduce us to Sibil.
Yeah, so it's like I'll be playing it's like Sibil from her Courtesan, now Demonologist. It's like with the it's like a background question of you're her confidant. What did she it's like tell you that sent you away and why are you back now? And it's like if it's like and if it's okay, I imagine basically though it's like one of the last things it's like the princess had it's like confided in Sibyl was perhaps some nature of it's like the curse I was about to it's like befell her. And it's like in order to it's like find the means to it's like perhaps break that curse essentially led to dabbling a little bit into the forbidden arts and everything, which isn't it's like believe it or not looked very kindly upon it's like it's like as a courtesan hobby and everything, but it's like desperate measures it's like desperate means and everything. It's like and so it's like in the process of researching that it's like and it's like resorting to demonology. It's like it's like may or may not have made a it's like deal with it's like my betrothed who may or may not be the demon that I am currently consulting with. It's like it's like and so giving it's like and so giving it's like them the present they it's like crave in exchange for it's like them it's like helping me it's like perhaps it's like free the princess from it's like her curse. Does that work for you, Mads?
Yeah, definitely. For sure. And it looks like there was like a possible trip up for a background. I, the way I interpret, I'm assuming that you mean like mind control. Is that what you mean? I interpret mind control, and people we can discuss this if you want. The way I interpret mind control, as in where the PCs are mind whammying each other or mind whammying like NPCs in a malevolent way directly, or like yeah, NPCs are doing it to the PCs in a malevolent way, right? Like direct, not as opposed to like an actual like backstory element. So I mean, if that's sufficient and like we still are okay with the whole Pied Piper bit, I mean like then we can keep that, or if somebody has an objection to it, then yeah, I mean like we'll adjust it. Does anybody want it adjusted? Or are we okay with it? Okay, no objections. Okay, all right. I mean, no, it's good to check. Thank you, thank you for asking. So that's good. All right. I mean, and feel free. I mean, like anytime you see something like this, like feel free. Always like make a notes section, right? Like like stuff on the side and like clarify if you feel like you want to just make sure that people know what you're talking about, or if you want to clarify what you mean when you see something. So yeah, I mean, feel free, like just to make sure everybody's on the same page. Of course. Thank goodness. That's good. All right. Um, and again, living documents. So if something changes or something needs to get adjusted, please, like let's keep a heads up for each other. All right. Cool. So with all these interesting people, actually, let me see. With the forbidden arts. Who is your betrothed? Now that I think about it, Sibyl, are you assured in what kind of present they crave from this mission, or is this in general?
See, I think it's like it's like I feel like the it's like relationship between it's like Sybil it's like and their betrothed is a little bit complicated as you know it's like fraternizing with demons tends to it's like be and everything. It's like it's like I think I left a little bit of room for that too. It's like let that sort of it's like fill in and sort of figure that out as it's like I go through, especially it's like seeing how it's like Sybil's already gone this far it's like, as a deal, it's like because it's like they're betrothed, and it's like at least it's like as far as the deal goes, it's like the betrothed is supposed to it's like help it's like them it's like free it's like the princess from the curse, which is the whole reason why Sybil is like went on to it's like agreeing it's like to this betrothal. Maybe there's some mutual it's like feelings, who knows? And it's like at this moment. But it's like as to it's like but it's like, you know, there's always something uncertain when it comes to it's like making it's like deals with it's like such. It's like with the it's like of such nature and everything. As for the exact it's like identity of the betrothed, I'm not it's like sure I had anything it's like specific in mind. It's like it's like I can come up with that as we it's like go along and everything,
That's
but
fine.
I'm also perfectly fine with like leaving those details up to it's like you to decide as well.
I mean, if you feel like you want to make a mention of these details as we go along in terms of like flashback and memory, you totally can. I mean, like just means like we find out more about each of these characters as we go along, which is always something that I look forward to. All right. So now that we know who is on this mission, let's go ahead and get started. Trophy Dark Incursions originally started with poems. This one starts with a prologue. The call has gone out to commoner and noble alike. The king has escaped to a nearby land, his castle overrun and overgrown with the thorns and brambles of a dark undergrowth, his people set in stone. Save my daughter, he entreats. She is asleep, stricken by a foul curse. Only by true love's kiss will she awaken, and the blight be dispelled from the land. He extols her virtues, and if there are riches and wealth within those walls that you come across, then by all means, let it spur you to greater glory when you awaken the princess, earn her love, and claim a kingdom. However, if you fail, or become lost to the environs of the cursed land, you will join the people in their forever vigilance amongst the dark shadows of these twisted briars. The castle is seen from afar. Crumbling battlements, rocky terrain, broken statues are here. The only way to tell between actual sculpture and the subjects turned to stone from the curse are the expressions on their faces, the terror, the gaping mouths of silent screams, the wide, unseeing eyes. One wonders what they saw before being turned. And finally, the unseen servants, rumored to be there still. There are those that serve here. They escape the fate of those frozen in stone, but perhaps their calling is much worse. Unseen, unable to be touched or heard, and yet their presence is felt, even in these rubbled halls. Some of the finery, the resplendence, still exists, and they live to keep the spirit of the opulence going. Ring 1. The Page. It is as if the blight of the briars creeps every year. The sweet, heady smell of wild roses surround you, and the thorny vines reach like little talons through the wood. As you approach the final road to the overgrown lands by the castle, you see the dim glow of a campfire. Perhaps as you approach closer, you recognize the group. It's a rival band of adventurers. They seem to be menacing a young man in tattered clothing, too small for his frail frame, who bears the marks of briar scratches and dried blood on the exposed parts of his body. You catch the words, "Maybe your lofty king be paying a pretty price for your head, seeing as you escaped the cursed castle." What do you do?
How
They haven't
many of
quite
them
seen
are
you yet.
there?
Seems to be about 4. They haven't seen you yet.
I
Maybe
will
the
say
thick undergrowth
quietly.
has, maybe the thick undergrowth has hidden your approach.
I'll say quietly under my breath. That's a guide, if ever I saw one, that could get us through. Let's rescue him from them and see if he knows a route in.
I think Nima will nod along, and uh, I would love to use one of my rituals.
Okay. First rolls in the game, sure. And doing a ritual automatically incurs a risk roll. So if you want to
Yes.
follow along, you have the reference sheet, okay? So a risk roll is, of course, along with the risky actions of the game, all right? So before trying something risky, going to find out from the other players, what do you think could go wrong? How exactly are you going to, like, what exactly are you planning on doing with your ritual? And which ritual is it?
I am planning to use orchard to conjure a few dozen apples. The idea is to use them as a peace offering to the other adventurers and bank on most of these being poisonous apples.
Oh my God, amazing. Oi, okay. All right. So what do we think can go wrong?
Well, it would
Autumn,
suck if any of these apples weren't poisonous.
that could be one thing that could definitely go wrong. And another thing could be that they, like, completely dismiss your goodwill gesture and decide that they want to fight you all or fight
Hmm.
I
whoever's
think
like with them.
I think something else that might go wrong is that the spell goes out of control. Instead of presenting them with a normal amount of apples, you present them with like either one apple the size of a small house or like 200 apples. And it looks so obviously magical that people are like, whoa.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you're
Hmm.
handing them a bowling ball. It's great. All right, awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so now we're going to gather some dice. All right, so this is where we start building. You take a light die if this is something that you are skilled at because of your occupation or your background. What do you got? And I'm an easygoing GM, so I can tell you that if you parlay me, even if you don't have the actual skill, if you can parlay me through your occupation, that I can do this because of this, go for it, right? So,
Hmm.
what do you got for that first light
Uh,
die?
yeah, she is a herbalist with a I think both her occupation and background lend to this. The herbalist, with knowing the plants as well as the poisons, and she is a fae. Poison apples is kind of I think it's very common for her.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, so that's your first light die. Your dark die is from already doing the ritual, so that's dangerous
Hmm.
to your mind and possibly body. All right.
Wonderful.
And then the second light die to increase your odds of success comes from accepting what's known as a devil's bargain. So, devil's bargain, if you go to the left of the treasure hunters tab, you'll see devil's bargain there. And if you hover over it or you click on it, it will give you some possible ways of creating a devil's bargain. Causing unintentional harm or collateral damage, getting lost or separated from your companions, losing a piece of equipment or treasure, and gives you a few more possibilities. But basically, what it is something that will happen, regardless of role, will happen no matter what. You preface it with no matter what, something happens. All right.
Hmm.
So, what do we have that we can offer Nima as a devil's bargain?
I was going to suggest attracting attention. Once you've done this, we won't have an opportunity to like sneak in and help or take them by surprise or anything like that.
Mhm.
If you do this, you do this, and we're we're exposed as being on the scene. Would be my suggestion.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. Yeah. Um,
Agreed.
yeah. Let's see what else. Could anybody else have any suggestions for a possible devil's bargain? No matter what, da 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 happens.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like a little lateral to that, I think that when you do this, regardless of your role, like you're getting something else's attention.
Ooh.
Not just the rival bands, but possibly
Oh,
something else's attention. What? We don't know
love,
yet, but we'll find out.
I love it. I love it.
And I
I will
will.
accept that devil's bargain.
Okay. All right. And I will say also, as an easygoing GM, some people have, taken one, some, or all of the devil's bargains. You still only get the
Mm.
one, the second, the single second light die. But I mean, like, if you want to take all the devil's bargains in a combo, I'm perfectly okay with that. It's just whatever the hell you think that you plan on doing. That's all I'm saying. All right. So, oh, and then you're also, as a person choosing to accept it, you don't have to accept one. That just means that you don't get that second light die.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can tweak the devil's bargain a little bit, if you're okay with it, but you want to like make it a little bit more juicy. It's fine. Okay. Just so you
Yeah,
know that those are your options. So
absolutely. Mhm.
you want the one that gets you the something else's attention, or
Uh,
the other one, or both.
I I think I will it like you said, the gets the attention and loses our ability of a sneak attack is reasonable. I will accept that. Uh Perhaps we will not accept the larger entity spotting us, even though I want it. This is also the first roll. Other people got to do other things too.
Okay, no problem. I mean, it is a one shot. Some people have driven their characters like stolen cars. I'm just saying. All
True.
right, so if you're in the trophy dice roller, basically
Mhm.
you're just going to do 2 light, 1 dark under risk roll.
Copy that.
Okay, haha, you rolled 6 dark. What that means is you succeed because 6 is the highest roll that you can get, so you succeed wonderfully. But because it is the dark die, if this is higher than your current ruin, which it is, your ruin goes
Mhm.
up by 1. And that means that not only do you tell us about how you succeed, like what your ritual looks like, what you create, da da da, you succeed, but in doing so, what do you see? What do you sense that gets you closer and deeper into the haunting of the forest?
So I think what we see is Nima from a I feel like the ritual, she carves a small sigil into the ground, and from the ground at her feet, up come these small bushes, and from the bushes grow these apples. They're beautiful green apples. We know looking at them to be poisonous, but also when she steps out, um, despite the fact that she is clearly uh Fae, I think it is still the Fae trickery is at play, the tempting, the Fae fruit, the offer. It is easy for these desperate adventurers to accept them from her, even if they know the risk. And as she steps away from this bush she has grown, it trails after her ankles. The vines are kind of trying to get closer to her and drag her under.
Very nice. All right. I'm gonna say, let's see. Um, I'll give you a condition after we play this out. The conditions don't have any mechanical effect, but it does flavor your role play from here on out. So I have to think of something juicy.
Mm.
Um, anyway, so you have these apples now, and you have like heard like sounds from the other camp, from around the fire. It's like, what's that? sounds like something cracking through your brush. Ah, go look. And then like, like they'll send like, one of their own to go into the bushes at the, towards the direction of the sound. So you have at least one of them coming towards you right now. Do you go to meet them? Do you go as a
Yes, I
group? What do you?
I will step out on my own. Uh, I don't know if my fellow adventurers are following, but Nima will step out uh and from the shadow from the trees and say, "Peace, gentle traveler. I mean no harm. We are all merely passing through." And she holds out one of the apples.
Didn't get anything from that inn back there. Ugh. What do you want for it?
The ability to make camp.
I guess so. Oh. You look familiar. Do we know you?
I don't know you.
Well,
Do I know him?
I mean, you know them as a rival band of adventurers. I mean,
Yes.
whether you know them, whether they know
Fair.
you by sight, they
Mm-hmm.
might seem they might seem as familiar to you, and vice versa. But who knows? You know, there's always
Oh,
adventurers around these parts.
I'm
So
gonna
fair.
do something.
Sure, go ahead.
My character doesn't follow Nima so much as skulk after her. Um, I'm going to use my deception skill, and
Nice.
I am going to grab Nima's bag and my bags and make it appear as though she is a lady traveling in the forests, and I am her servant. We're not a band of adventurers. This is this is my lady, and I am her dog's body.
Lovely.
And
Okay.
that's it. That's it. We're just, nothing to worry about here.
Okay.
People, we probably need your protection. Obviously, I mean, I'm not going to talk. I'm going to use like my body language and
Sure.
because it wouldn't be appropriate for me to converse with them, well, because my lady's in charge.
Right. Okay. All right. Before I see if we're gonna, escalate things or what have you, what do the other two want to do? What do you two want to do?
If they're doing this like lady and in waiting kind of thing, I think I'm gonna stay back and
Okay.
just watch and wait.
Okay.
But like I'm ready in case action happens.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it's like Sibyl will do the same, namely because she doesn't want to deal with it's like such uncouth adventures, but also because it's like if Nima's going to go ahead and play the role of it's like and play the role of it's like Kel's it's like lady, it's like well, it's like she'll take it easy for now.
Mm-mm. Yeah. I think I'm gonna because you're using deception, I'm gonna totally let you do the risk roll for this, because then like this will also fold in the whole like will the deception work to convince them that this is no big deal, you're just hanging out, and what a lovely thing that she's got apples for you guys to eat, right? So sure. All right, so let's go ahead and do the risk roll. What do we think will go wrong? They don't believe you. And so maybe they're like, this looks sus, and could like, escalate things. So that could be something that goes wrong. So,
I
Yeah,
think that
or
the man who they've got, because they're distracted, he takes the opportunity to run off, so
Yeah.
we don't get to
Mm-hmm.
talk to him
yeah,
and
exactly.
ask him important questions.
Sure.
Oh
Absolutely.
no, why did I say that? I've
I
backed
can't do
myself into a
it.
corner, haven't I? That's silly of me. Never mind.
It's
That's
okay,
Too
hilarious.
late.
Becky. I was going to say that also,
That's
so
Oh,
so
it's
fine.
funny.
You've let me
That's
off the hook.
beautiful. That's great. Okay.
That is
Let's,
totally what would happen, isn't it?
sure.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could
I
be.
can't
Yeah,
deny it. I
it's
can't back
fine.
out of it. It's
It's
the
very,
truth.
yeah, it could be. It could be. All right,
Yeah.
gathering your dice. All right. So you're going to
Yep.
take a light die if this is something that you are skilled at because of occupation or background. You mentioned deception, so you got that
Yep.
first light die. Dark die if you're risking your mind or your body. Definitely body, because I mean, like, if you can't get this
Yeah.
deception going, they're gonna attack. They're just gonna go out and, like, try to heave at you both. All right. So
Yeah.
now, second light die. Let's increase the odds of success here. Let's accept some devil's bargains. So anybody got any
Okay.
devil's bargains that they want to offer Becky to help pull this crap off? This would essentially be a no matter what situation. So regardless of how the roll goes, this shit happens no matter what.
Well, that's why I'm being very quiet right now.
Yeah. The person who's rolling doesn't give a devil's bargain anyway. So the rest of us have to figure it out. What do we want to offer for a DB?
Easy low hanging fruit of this will attract the rest of the adventurers to the rival ones over to this situation. Could also get the attention of something greater in the forest. Could also maybe, I was gonna say, unveil something about this page person, but I guess they're not close enough to have a strong reaction out of them.
So let's see. No matter what. I think no matter what, you're going to discover at least one of these adventurers is a follower of the Piper. Like not
Oh,
not
cool.
a not a not the an innocent child,
Now I
but
know
one
what you
of the
mean, a cultist.
yes.
That's not even a question.
Ooh.
That's not a devil's bargain. That's something I run at with my mouth open. Yeah, I'll take all of that.
So let's see. Piper follower. And you also wanted the one where you're getting other attention too?
I don't get any extra dice for it, do I?
No, you only get the one. But some people just
But
like to
it,
pile on the problems. So I mean, I'm just
yeah,
saying, it's like
like
it's an option.
I kind of like the idea of, of attracting something else's attention.
Sure, sure.
So yeah, I'll take that too.
Okay. Attracting something else's attention.
I will continue writing checks for my teammates to cash.
Alrighty, so you're gonna do 2 light, 1 dark. God,
Yeah.
I mean, like, again, stolen cars. Come on now, let's go. Brilliant. Light 6, which means, like, you're free and clear, like no extra whiffs or anything like that. So please tell me how your deception convinces them that this is a grand lady, and it is such a great idea to have these beautiful apples that she has offered them.
I think there'll be a few things that I will do to make this to cement this deception. I think the first thing, as I said, is that I will be scurrying round and I will be doing things that subtly make my lady look incompetent. I mean, in the nicest possible way, Nima, that you're not somebody who could lay out a bedroll. You're not somebody who could start a fire. You're not somebody who could do any of those kind of practical things to look after yourself. You're not somebody who they need to worry about in any way. You're not a practical person who knows how to do things. You're just a lovely lady just standing there with your lovely apples. And the other thing I'll do is I'm going to reach out to one that I'm going to look, because I look quite underweight and half starved because I'm of the ill effects. So I'm going to reach out to one of those apples and invite you to slap my hand away and say, no, our guests first.
Absolutely, I will do so.
And then, like, the gruff one who's been, like, kind of like messing about and, like, trying to interrogate the person that they've captured or whatever, and has been kind of the leader of the group. He tries to make himself very gentlemanly, even he looks like rough and ready. Oh my God. And he's like, well, we appreciate that, Mum. And he'll graciously take one of these apples that looks so gorgeous, and it's like just shining and shimmering in this firelight, and, like, and they all, like, will take one, like each of them that's here, even the one that, like, started to go out to look for what was making the sounds. Like, he almost gets to the other two, but then turns back around and then comes around, and they all will take an apple, and as one, they will take a chomp, and as one, they fall over. I leave it up to you to decide whether they're unconscious or worse. So, yeah. And
Beautiful.
yeah, and the person that they have will kind of like come out of his cowering side of the camp and what what happened to them?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, 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 oh,
What you
am I,
can worry about is how you're going to thank us for helping you out of this situation.
oh, um, what do you want? He's cowering there, and his clothes look like they're tattered, and they look very small, like as if he outgrew them, but he's still wearing
Mm.
them. What do you want? He's like
Well,
a
word is
young,
that you
like a
came from the castle.
yeah. He'll say, yes, yes, yes. I was a page. I was a page at the castle. Um, I I remember looking into the housekeeper's face. She was all in stone. I just ran and ran.
Running was enough to escape the curse?
I. It's almost like I woke up.
Hmm.
I just passed all the people that were stone. Looked horrible.
When you woke up, do you remember hearing, scenting, seeing anything unusual?
At that, he drops his head, breathes, and then he slowly rises. And it's like when he lifts his head, it's like his eyes like roll back into his head, and he intones, "Be careful of the moat. It steals people on the way to the castle." And then his head drops down again. It's all strange. It's all it's all horrible. There's stone and just everything all over thorns and brambles.
Draw us a quick map and then be on your way. Don't eat any of these apples.
Yeah, Nima's been putting them back in her bag for later.
Yeah, I mean, like, because he was gonna reach out for one, just like, just for say, but I can do my letters, uh, and then he'll reach out for like paper and pencil or whatever, and I think as he's drawing, you see like the big long drawbridge before it gets to the moat, and then like you see like the big double doors to the castle itself, and then it's like he just makes this big edifice, and then like double doors going inside, and then like great hall or whatever, like it's very basic shapes. It's almost like a child is making a map.
Hmm.
It probably is, even though he looks like he's like 18. This is all I know. This is all I know, Mom.
Well, it is more than we know.
You've done well, boy. We won't be the other people coming through this way, though. There'll be other groups like us. Avoid them.
Yes, thank you. And he's like kind of like shivering in his tatters. Do you have I don't know, a blanket or a jacket? It's a bit cold. Um,
Oh, it's like, why not? I think it's like Sibyl sort of like it's like takes off it's like the coat that they were wearing and just it's like almost it's like with it's like some sense of forced indifference sort of drops it over it's like the page and it's like before it's like I think it's like and it's like slowly it's like walking away it's like saying it's like that'll be unnecessary what it's like we're heading towards anyway.
And as he picks it up, like, he drops his head again, and as he raises it, you see that eyeball roll back into his head, and he says to you, Sibyl, "Feast at the table at your peril. The past may fulfill you or leave you wanting." And his head drops down again, and we'll hurriedly put your jacket over him and look like he's a little bit more comfortable now that he's got something covering his rags.
Mm.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I think Nima will say, if you travel west in 2 days' time, there will be a small outpost.
All right. Um, I will avoid the roads then. I hope to reach there. I wonder if there's anyone there I'll know. And before he leaves you, I think there's one more time that his head drops, and as he turns away, or starts to turn away, his head rises one more time and his eyes roll back in his head as he intones, "A great beast roams the halls. Beware." Head drops. And then he just immediately kind of like swings his head and then his body towards the road, towards the outpost. "Thank you." And he turns back and like will wave at you all.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Are the people asleep or are they poisoned?
Well, at the castle? Or
No,
the
these
No, from
people.
the apples.
Oh, gotcha.
The apple people.
I leave it up to you.
Are they dead or sleeping?
I think it is a deep, unnatural sleep.
Fine. Which is the one that's the cultist of the Piper? I'm going to slit his throat before he wakes up.
I think you find out if you decide to go amongst them and kind of like loot them, like kind of like pick their pockets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You find a symbol that you recognize that shows that he's a follower of the Piper. Yeah.
And I will just say, we don't want this one following us. I'll show them the symbol and then I will cut his throat.
Okay.
Is everyone okay with that? By the way, I should probably just.
I just poisoned them all, so I'm fine.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
I'm kind of like at the level of yeah. So
I think Sybil probably
let's
makes
just make
some
let's just make sure we're
comment
okay. Yeah.
exactly. It's like Sybil probably makes some it's like half joking comment of it's like not a very gracious host, are you? But it's like certainly has no objections.
Oh my gosh. Alrighty. So we are approaching more than the hour, and I apologize for that. So we're gonna take a 10-minute break. Okay. As the party takes its leave, the page goes down the road and will follow along. The brambles seem to be encroaching even this far out, too. He takes a furtive look back, takes 3 steps into the forest, and then disappears in a swirl of autumn leaves. So ends Ring 1. Ring 2, the moat. You find yourselves atop the last hill, overlooking the path leading to the great moat, and beyond that, the briar-choked castle. Thorny vines seem to twist and invade the very wood of the single bridge to its doors. It does not look like sure or sturdy footing. The doors to the castle grounds are high, arched, and firmly closed. There seems to be, from what you can tell, a large hole in the middle of the bridge itself, as the plants have weakened the structure. That is one obstacle that you have to worry about. And if you are still on shore and haven't quite gotten onto the bridge yet, every so often you see a body come to the cloudy surface of the moat, bloated and masticated, and then gets dragged back down by something. What do you do?
This is the moat that takes people, isn't it? So I
Based
don't
on
fancy
what
going
we've
swimming.
witnessed. I think it's like, I think Sibil turns, it's like to, it's like Nima, it's like, it's like, so, it's like, are you, it's like, so what other, it's like tricks do you, it's like, do you have any, it's like, you don't happen to have any other tricks up your sleeve, it's like, aside from apples, it's like, that might address the situation, it's like, do you?
Um, Apples, like, I cannot feed the apples to the moat, no. My tricks are not big enough to encase a environment this large.
I don't think we, it's like, need to encase, it's like, an entire area per se, we, it's like, simply need to, it's like, make the bridge traversable, do we not? Or to make our own.
Make our own. Sounds like a good idea. Is there anything lying around? Rasei, you look strong.
Mm.
You ready for some lifting?
I can certainly try.
There are fallen trees around. Maybe some of them look kind of old and desiccated. Some of them look like, freshly hewn, but
Okay.
overgrown. So, you know,
Yeah, I will use my ritual yoke
okay.
to apply the strength of a spectral pull to the situation and try to move one of the fresher trees
Okay.
over to make a bridge for us.
Alrighty. Okay. So this, again, because of a ritual, will automatically incur a risk roll. So let's go ahead and take a little look-see. What do we think will happen? What do we think will go wrong in doing this? Either in the performance of the ritual or, you know, uh, the aftermath of trying to do this thing.
I mean, worst comes to worst, I trip and fall and get eaten by a moat.
Um,
I
I
think you
think,
could also. Oh, go ahead.
well, my suggestion for going wrong is that you could misjudge like where you're placing the tree and make the situation on the bridge worse.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a possibility. What were you going to suggest, Kat?
It was about the same as that. Or it's besides destroying what remains of the bridge, if the trunk isn't long enough, it could go right into the moat and we could see whatever is in there snap up the trunk.
Sure. Yep. Sure. Okay. So good suggestions all. All right. Let's gather some dice for Rasei. All right. So you're going to take a light die if this is something you are skilled at because of your occupation or your background. Now this is in the casting of the ritual itself. Um,
Athletics.
Perfect. All right. Great. Um, and then dark die, of course, because you're doing the ritual. So this is definitely dangerous, risky for your mind and body. All right. Now, second light die to increase your odds of success. Accepting a devil's bargain, no matter what. What do we want to offer to Rasei?
No matter what, the only viable tree trunk that you can use isn't going to last until we get out. There's no coming back over this bridge.
Ooh, wow.
Too harsh?
No, I mean I love it. I'm sorry.
I love that.
Maybe you're the
Wait,
So
wait, wait,
GM,
much
wait,
aren't you?
snaps.
wait. I have, but there's more. Hold on. Question for Rasei. Um, the lost banner of the Nameless Legion. Did you end up uh, belonging to the Nameless Legion before or after your service in the palace?
Um, think before maybe.
Okay. And why was the banner lost?
It's in the castle somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. I think my devil's bargain is that when you go to move the or like do your ritual or try to move the trunk or whatever, I think one of the bodies that floats up, you're going to see something, badges, sash, whatever the hell, an identifying feature that will mark this particular body as one of your nameless legion.
I'll take both of those. They both sound good.
All right. Okay. You only
Right.
get the one. You only get the single second die though. So if you're going to use the trophy dice roller, it is going to the risk roll, and it's 2 light, 1 dark.
Yep.
Please.
I'm hit. Oh, there we go.
All right. Oh my gosh, so nice to you guys. What the heck? All right. So light 6. Do it fine. Tell us what it looks like when you perform your ritual to do yoke.
I think I kneel on the ground and curl my fists like they're hooves, and I dig them into the ground. And then there's this like smoky bull form that comes over me, and now I have the strength of the bull.
Nice. Yeah. And you find a suitable tree trunk, but it looks just enough for right now if you can get everybody, up and across or what have you. But it doesn't look like it may last, to wait for when you guys get back over. So it's a stopgap. It's temporary, for sure. Yeah, you see Rasei lift this up. No big deal. Holy cow. Um, yeah. So, hold on. I need to give Nima a condition from before. So many good things here. I think your condition, Nima, sorry, I meant to give it to you earlier, was marked by Faeborn. You did get some attention when you pulled off your spell. Whoopsie. Okay, so, yeah, so Rasei has provided a way to get across said bridge. Yeah, do you guys go ahead and start over? And if you do, I want to know what order people are going in.
I'll go first so I can help people across.
Oh, okay. All right, so Rasei goes first. Who's next?
I'll go next.
I'll go third.
And I'll follow after.
All right. So I think as you're making your way up and above, like you're going across this. It's bumpy, it's gnarly, it's Rasei did a great job in like placing it just so it's definitely over the hole, but it is a tree trunk. It is not an even surface. You have to be careful. So maybe you are cooperating, you're helping each other across, and that moat is down below, and you see said floating bodies going up and down. And yeah, Rasei, I think there's someone as you're helping maybe Nima across. you're looking down and you see that body. What do you see of this body that identifies this person as part of the Nameless Legion?
I think it's like the color of their livery. There's like a special like embroidery that indicates they're part of the Nameless Legion.
I think as you're looking down and seeing this body float up, I think it doesn't just float up and you see the tears and the jaw gouges in their clothing, but I think as it starts to be dragged down, you see its hands lift and reach for you. What do you think of that?
I kind of jump a little bit and I blink to see if it was real. And I think I am freaked out.
That will incur a ruin roll. Please go into roller and hit ruin. Roll for ruin.
Here we go. All right, my room goes up.
Yep. All right, so your ruin goes up. What memory does this bring? Seeing this body, seeing this person, corpse, reach for you? What do you
Seeing the
remember?
hands reach out to me reminds me of when I first got that livery and like similar hands reached out to like place it on me.
Yep. Maybe Nima, as Rasei's helping you across, you notice they don't look right. The the look in their eyes is not quite there. Sibil, you might notice the same thing. Do you comment?
I think what uh Neba does is fish in her bag for a particularly strong smelling herb and not unpleasant. I'm thinking like a mint, something really crisp and uh will perhaps bring uh Rasei into the present moment and out of whatever fugue the moat is attempting to cast. She doesn't say anything further, just if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's just an attempt.
I think it'll probably work. I mean, it's just a momentary thing, but that
Mm-hmm.
vision was enough to just be a bit jarring. So, Sibyl, as you cross, whether you get help from Rasei or not, I think you might take a glimpse down and you see the glint of jewels and valuable metal floating with the soulless bodies in the moat. Kel, moonlight gleams overhead, showing you visions of the Silver Castle, reminding you of more prosperous times, perhaps. Nima, a light can be seen from the window, highest, in the remaining castle, soft and welcoming. And Rasei, as you have helped everybody, just making sure that they get across and you nimbly make your way last, I think you are able just to see ahead. There's a satchel carelessly tossed down in front of the castle door, and it seems that there are gleaming silver cups and cutlery spilling from it on the ground. These are the sights that you see as you approach the castle doors. Do you say anything to each other? Or do you not hesitate and do you just push forward?
I think Cal will Ooh, hang on, hang on. Will Kel do that? We've got a map, haven't we, that we're still following?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm very torn between just putting a hand on and boldly walking through, or but we know a creature stalked these halls. I think I'm just going to put a hand on and boldly walk through. So yeah, I'm just going to put a hand out on the door. I'm going to wait to see if anybody says, no, wait, that's super dangerous. And then I'm just going to walk in.
Yeah, I think it's like, yeah, because if Kel wasn't going to walk into the castle, I think Sibyl is like certainly will, because I think the sight of like all the glimmer and treasure and everything for a moment seems to catch her eye. And then she seems to have a brief, it's like flash. It's like I think she has like a brief flashback of like it's like more so like the jewelry and such that adorns the princess and everything, and remembering the princess is like herself. And I think that I think it's like basically brings her focus back towards we need to get through the castle already.
I think as the door creaks open, Nima stuffing the mint back into her bag, uh, looks to Rasei and says, "If look alive, that is not the worst this place has to offer."
I will smirk and put a hand on my sword hilt just to show you, like, don't worry, girl, I got it.
Nice. Well, push it open. Castle doors creak open. This leads into the cobblestone ruin of a courtyard, actually. But you all raise your eyes, and the highest tower of this castle is yours, if you can find your way up there. So ends Ring 2.
Exciting.
Ring 3. The Great Hall. You smell something incredible as you enter the courtyard. You realize it's coming from a wide opening in the side of the castle, leading to the Great Hall. For a few moments, you see how the hall looked years ago. Marble and gold gleaming, lush tapestries adorning the high walls. 2 thrones sit on the dais at the far end. There is a large circular table laid with the finest feast anyone has ever seen. There are 4 seats here, at cardinal points. But the table is so large that you feel that you could be sitting alone. I ask each of you, which cardinal point do you take? North, south, east, or west?
Nima moves towards the east.
North.
I think Sibyl takes the west.
And I'll take south.
As you are each drawn to the point on this grand table, it's almost as if there is some sort of film or mist seems to surround you, softening your vision as you make the approach. All you see is what will be at your place. What you smell is that particular dish. And as you sit down, there is nothing else in your sense, nothing else in your attention and focus except this particular dish. And I ask each of you in turn, as you sit down to enjoy your favorite food, it is fortuitous that it was well to hand when you sat down. What is this dish that you enjoy to bursting? And then who sits next to you that you remember from home or from the past? that drives you to stay and follow this quest to the end, no matter what. What
I
is the
think
dish? Good.
see, I think for Sibyl is probably it's like the princess's it's like favorite dish, and it's probably the night when it's like she confided in her the secret. It's like it's like I think for a moment it's like it's like Sibyl's vision fogs over a bit, remembering it's like what it was like. It's like sitting across it's like the table from her. It's like as it's like she it's like after it's like they it's like sort of it's like after they clink it's like glasses and it's like she it's like tells her it's like the it's like and it's like the exact it's like I don't think the exact conversation itself gets heard and everything, but there is it's like a pause. It's like one can kind of see it's like the glass near it's like nearly slipped from Sybil's hand. It's like threatening to it's like shatter on the it's like floor. And it's like I think the vision sort of it's like and then it's like her vision blurs again and she feels it's like someone's it's like someone from behind sort of it's like gently it's like put their it's like hands on their shoulder almost in a reassuring it's like manner of basically it's like don't forget it's like why you do this. And it's like I think that's probably where it's like that scene cuts for Sybil.
What is the dish, though? What do you taste? What do you smell?
Yeah, it's like I think it's like must be it's like the princess's it's like favorite dish, which it's like probably it's like something it's like a little it's like extravagant. It's like perhaps it's like very it's like indicative of it's like basically it's like this castle's former wealth and everything. Its main it's like its main agricultural it's like export. It's like perhaps some it's like and it's like this it's like the dish itself is like I guess it's like let us assume it's probably something kind of citrusy even. It's like perhaps a little too extravagantly it's like so. And quite honestly, it's not so much it's like Sibyl's it's not entirely to Sybil's taste, but it's like it's always the most wonderful it's like thing nonetheless that she tastes when she it's like has it with it's like the one it's like who confided in her.
Do you only enjoy it because it's the princess's favorite dish?
Yes. I think for a moment it's like and I think for a moment when she it's like and I think at first it's like she it's like when it's like the first part of the memory it's like she almost forgets, I think, for a moment. It's like where she was at. And it's like until it's like she's eating the food. It's like and enjoying it until the memory itself basically soils. It's like remembering it's like context around that memory. It's like that simple it's like sort of it's like in a it's like I think in a fit of frustration basically even like knocks the dish aside.
What does Sibyl really want?
I think it can probably be summed up in a it's like I think uh it's like after she does that she hears a sort of it's like a whisper it's like from her betrothed it's like sort of it's like probably reciting it's like what she had it's like said to it before. It's like you may be my betrothed but you know that it's like in truth the princess is my beloved. I'm sorry, quick check-in, is that too much?
No, I mean, like it's interesting. I will say, I also find it interesting, and I'm not trying to call you out. I'm just finding it interesting that Sibyl's favorite dish is not actually her own. It's actually the princess's. Does she not have anything that she enjoys for herself?
I think not. I think it's like I think it comes with some heavy but very ambiguous implications to basically her. It's like uh basically the thing of being it's like formally being a courtesan and any it's like and everything, but nonetheless the princess is somebody who trusted in her, and it's like she valued both that and it's like her friendship with the princess, even if it's like perhaps she it's like even if perhaps Sibyl it's like kind of had to settle that.
Who's next? What dish do you enjoy to bursting? And who
I'll go
sits
next.
next to you?
I am sitting next to my best friend from when we were 7. It wasn't long after that that she was taken as a follower of the Piper. We were poor, and our favourite dish are these really very plain, I'm going to say biscuits, because I think most of you are... No, cookies. Cookies is what I'm going to say, because most of you are American. Very biscuits in Britain, but not like a really, really nice, like, chocolate chip, ridiculous confection, but like a really, really plain, like a graham cracker type thing,
Okay.
with just some very simple like designs pricked in the top, which is something that we had on high days and holidays and festivals. And so it's got a bit of sugar in, and it maybe has a bit of spice in, and it was like incredible. Like we never get food like this. It's so, most the princess would probably consider this to be like absolute ridiculous peasant food, but for me, this is my favorite food, because when we were poor and we didn't have anything, and it was just eating a lot of bread and leftovers of pottage that had been in the stove for 3 days, twice a year you would get these biscuits because of a religious festival, and they were amazing.
And I think maybe you see these delicious spiced cookies on the plate with what was your favorite design? Pricked in the top.
Crosses with a circle around them.
And your friend Will,
Crescent moons was her favorite design.
as you look with delight at the crosses in a circle on this particular cookie, you see the crescent moon on a cookie that's being playfully prodded against your forearm, and you see your best friend again next to you. And she says,
Remember these? These were absolutely wonderful. Tasty. It's so good.
I want
Smell
to make
it.
a roll to not eat it, because I think I've got abilities that might help me to resist.
okay, alrighty. So,
Because I also remember being told not to eat the food at this table.
Yep. Okay, so.
But I kind of feel like I'm not sure that my character would necessarily remember that in the moment, which is why I want to make a roll.
Sure. All right. Yeah, actually, let me see. It's not, it's not risky per se. I'm gonna have you actually instead make a ruin roll, and depending
Yes,
on,
please.
yeah, depending on how well you succeed. Like, in other words, if you gain more ruin, obviously you fall deeper into it. If you don't, you keep yourself together and you can kind of see it for what it is. All right. So we'll go with that.
Makes
We'll go with that.
more sense.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and see what your ruin looks like. Oh, but go ahead.
Yeah. How do I build my dice pool for ruin?
You don't. You just hit
Ooh.
ruin and roll.
Oh, I've rolled twice. I apologize.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Okay.
take the first one. It's because I thought it hadn't gone through.
Okay. All right. Well, I have 3 as your first roll.
Yep.
So we'll go with that. So let's see. What was your... Okay, yeah. So if it's a match, you're fine. So in which case, you do not fall deeper into it, and if you hold it together, what do you think is Kel's reaction?
I think Kel's reaction will be to take the biscuit that is offered and then close their fist over it really tightly until it's crumbs, and then slam their fist down on the table.
Why'd you do that? It was good.
I'm not here to play games. And you shouldn't be here either.
You need to finish this.
I'm coming for you.
You need to finish this.
Before it's too late. Who's next?
I'll pop in. Nima is approaching her side of the table, and there's this beautiful display. Of course, this is the castle's banquet hall. She's expecting to see like the most decadent meal fit for a princess, something back that she would have enjoyed in one of the courts she had formerly called home. But when she approaches and sits at the table, the dish that's in front of her is a very simple, savory, uh, herb chicken and dumplings sort of situation. And she remembers this meal. It was one of the first things she learned how to make on her own when she started off as a herbalist. They are plants she grew herself. And she's not expecting this dish, especially when the person who ends up sitting across from her past is a secret lover that she had in the court that she left behind. To her, this placement of this person who belongs among this finery and this dish that is so simple and she had to make herself are just two things that don't go together at all.
Is the lover uh, mask, femme, non-binary?
Uh, non-binary.
Yeah, I think you see them. Maybe you see their hand on your hand as you take in this dish. It is incredibly fragrant. It is more of itself than you would remember something like
Mm.
this in its simplicity, and it's very beautiful. It's very beautifully presented. And this person will put their hand on yours and say, "This is an incredibly delicious dish. This was amazing. You should try it."
I am unsure of what Nima does as someone who is Faeborn and understands the concept of not eating the magic food.
I mean, if you want, you can totally take a ruin roll and see what
I
happens.
I will be happy to take a ruin roll about it.
Sure, absolutely. So depending on like if you fall deeper into the thing, then obviously you fall deeper into the thing, and you hold it together. Nice. So hold
Wild.
on. Wild. But actually, sometimes the trophy dice roller makes sense according to your character. I love this thing.
Yes, it does.
So, in which case, you're holding it together. So, what do you say to this person
I
that may not be
say,
this person?
mm-hmm. I say, oh, Fallow, you are so sweet, and I know for an ins I know that you would never, ever accept anything that I made with my own two hands.
And they just smile at you. How do you know? You never tried. And yeah, we'll head over to Rasei. Now, mind you, I'm sorry, I meant to mention this in the beginning, but as you make your way to your particular place at table, again, the mists, the kind of like
Hmm.
weird like filter fog or whatever going around you prevents you from seeing what is happening with the others, right? Like it seems like there's piles of food like blocking your way or centerpieces or what have you. So you don't have any idea what's going on with anybody else. All right.
Hmm.
And Rasei, What
I
do you?
think for Rasei, it's like feast food, stuff from like tourneys and things like that. So he's got like a big rack of lamb and like mashed potatoes, and there's like roast chicken, and there's just like a bajillion things, and this is all like party food kind of. And the person with him is the commander of the Nameless Legion, someone he looked up to.
Uh, mask, femme, non-binary.
Uh, pay, pay what you want.
Maybe, maybe it's she. She's tough as nails, but very fair, and she's
Eat up, soldier. We've earned this.
I will toast her, and yeah, I think he has no reason not to eat. So yeah, he
yeah.
eats.
Yeah, I mean, like, you feel like, her lifting up her mug, like, toasting it against yours. Like you hear and feel the slosh of the of the ale or whatever that you end up drinking, and yeah, it's all delicious. It's amazing. So, I mean, like, it smells so good, and you can eat to bursting, for sure. And as she leans in and, like, kind of maybe also eats from a plate that's next to yours and eats her fill as well, she'll say, over her mead or her ale, she'll say, it's like, now you know what you have to do, right? You have to make sure that you're here until the end. You must accomplish your quest. No room for excuses. No room to let anyone else be first before you. Can you do that?
I can do that.
If you want to get our banner, you must be first.
Understood.
And I'm going to go round again and ask each of you, before your companion, benevolent, malevolent, whichever, before they disappear into the ethereal, whom of your group do they warn you about? Sibyl, who does your betrothed warn you about?
Let's see. I'm kind of thinking it's like I feel like at first it comes from it's like the princess before it's like her voice is like morphs into basically her betrothed, her dear, let's call them. It's
Dear?
like who it's like basically it's like and would it be a cop out to say it's like basically it's like in a way warning me it's like but also in a way it's like reminding me it's like I guess it's like I guess rather than one person maybe all three in a sense of basically it's like don't forget that you promised me it's like a present it's
Ah,
like of not just riches but also of it's like despair that somehow it's like that is somehow greater than yours.
got it. Okay, I'll take it, sure. Kel, do you listen to your friend, or do they, before you try to get up and leave the table, do they warn you about one or all of your companions?
Yes, absolutely they do.
Who do they
I
warn you
think
about?
they are going to warn me about Nima.
She's got the poison apples. Don't forget, she's got the poison.
Nima, who does your lover remind you or warn you about?
They will warn me of Rasei, the one who has been attempting to be helpful, also often has the most to hide, we discover while in court.
That helpful nature usually hides something corrupt underneath. Always. And Rasei, who does your commander warn you to watch out for?
I think they also warned me about Nima.
I'm glad you've gotten your fill, soldier, because from here on out, do not accept anything from anyone else, including that Nima. She's got those apples. Remember that. And before you all leave your space, your plate, you look down and realize it's an empty, dry, dusty, desiccated thing. But there's something that remains at your place. What remains, reminding you of your drive?
My friend had a ribbon in her hair. It was the most, it was the prettiest thing she owned in her whole life. A blue ribbon.
There's nothing on Nima's east chair, but underneath it, you see a perfect, beautiful pair of gleaming silver dance shoes. The kind that you could only find in the Forbidden Festival to dance the night away.
Nice.
See, I think it's like Sibyl's, it's like a flower. It's like that matches, it's like an accessory. It's like worn by, it's like the Princess at night.
And for Rasei, it is a signet ring, I think, of the commanders.
Nice. That gleams and winks at you, I'm sure. The splendor of that long ago time dissolves away, leaving the ruinous crumble that you see before you. The dais is partially collapsed. No chairs, and when you raise your eyes, it reveals the ebony darkness of the night sky. No night, no stars for comfort, as the roof has a gaping hole where the stained glass used to be. A sonorous roar can be heard distantly. So ends Ring 3. Ring 4. The Beast. This is the rumored beast that haunts the castle, guarding, hunting those who would trespass. Great golden orange eyes appear at the hole in the roof. The shape is indistinct with how well it blends into the unforgiving darkness of the sky. Suddenly, bare bone yellow appears as the beast grins its large, cracked, pointy teeth, and it leaps down to crash to the hall below. It is immense, bigger than the bears seen in the forest, but impossibly lithe and sinewy, claws unsheathing. The head is of a boar with shaggy scruff and sharp tusks. A golden chain hangs from its neck, with an inscribed crystal pendant swinging from it. It lands in a crouch, scenting hard for those who have dared cross into his territory. Run. To face this beast means instant death. Mechanically, to face any monstrous beings or monsters in Trophy Dark does mean death, instantaneous death for characters. So you have to run, hide, find a way around it, or do what you can to, work around it, basically. So, what do you want to do? Again, it's cracked down to the table of the Great Hall, and it's just kind of scenting, and it's looking, trying to track.
So can I just ask a couple of questions about
Sure.
its physiology?
Yeah.
So it does have eyes that it is using to look, and it does breathe, and it has a nose.
Yes. Head is of a boar with a shaggy scruff and sharp tusks, yes.
So, so what my character is thinking, and feel free to tell me this would not work for magical reasons, and that's absolutely fine, but I have the spell Unravel. If you've still got poisoned apples, I'm going to unravel that that ritual and put it somewhere else, I was going to fill its head full of apples.
I do still have the apples. The ritual gave me like a dozen, and I think we used about 4 of them.
Yeah.
They're not all poison, however.
Especially because I'm thinking like I don't need to be poison,
Oh,
but like if it's
yeah, it's
got
in
an
there.
apple in its nasal cavity, it's not going to be able to smell us.
That's
If it's
so
got
funny.
apples for eyes, it can't see us. And if it's a boar, then I want to stick one in its mouth because that will just be appropriate.
Let's put it this way. I love creative ways of trying to dispatch things. So the roll will determine how successful you are because we're just going to run it exactly like a risk roll. All right. So this could go badly. We're going to find out. This is okay?
It's the 4th circle. So I feel go big or go home, right?
Right. I mean, again, drive your characters like stolen cars. It's a freaking one shot, you know? So perfectly okay with this. You know? So all right. So risk roll. What do we think would go wrong? Go ahead and give some suggestions. Let's see. You try to unravel it and put it into the boar's face, head, you know, whatever, to just unload the apples into it. I mean, like, one of the things that could go wrong is that I don't think it's going to end up where you think it's going to, because maybe it's magical in itself, that it has its own blocks, right? So maybe the apples won't appear in it, it'll appear like around it, and like you'll see the apples fall, you know, uselessly
or just
around
eat them and it won't be affected by the poison.
Like, yeah, like you get to see it munch on things and be like, yeah, so you know? Right. So that's something that could go wrong, right? So
yeah.
Anybody else have any suggestions?
It could be possible that adding this magic, this already magic to this creature will make the creature stronger.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh God, that's definitely way wrong. I mean, like, if you hit a 1, you're okay. Yeah, it'll probably be enraged. So, and that's an adorable cup, by the way. That is so cute. All right, so let's go ahead and take our dice pool. Figure this out. Okay, light die. You're trying to do this unravel ritual. Like a light die, if this is something that you are skilled at because of your occupation or your background. Either the skills themselves or because of those two things. You know.
So my skills includes rituals.
Oh, then there you go.
And...
Boom. You're done. You're good.
Okay.
Dark die. That you're risking your mind or body? Sure. Yes. Absolutely. This goes wrong. It's a free-for-all, basically. Yeah. And then the second light die is, of course, for accepting a devil's bargain. What do we think will happen no matter what?
I feel like it will be alerted to at least someone's presence. Or more so, like, not so much alerted, but it will, but it will know.
I think no matter what, Nima will know that you have unraveled a spell of hers, for certain.
I love that. I really love that.
Hold on. Let's see. Excuse me. I think. I think no matter what, doing this, you're gonna find out who this creature really is.
I'll take them all.
Okay. So who the creature really is, hold on.
Yep.
I forgot the first one, I'm sorry. But Nima will also know.
It knows I'm here. The creature
knows
that somebody's here.
Yeah.
But let's just say me for...
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, so it tracks you.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, not just knows that you're here, but knows where you are and where to
exactly.
find you, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Good, I like it. Okay,
100%.
so
and
tracks Kel, and then
Nima
Nima knows that you've unraveled, and you'll get some info on who this creature really is. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
All right, so
I'll take all
2
of those
light,
things.
1 dark.
Cross your fingers for me, people. Is that good?
Yeah. Oh, God! Wow. Amazing.
That's good, right?
Oh, that's very
Yeah.
good. Light,
Phew.
6 light means that, like, no complications here. You just tell me, like, how you succeed in doing this, like, when you do the unraveling, and then, like,
Ah, the stag's head is a 6. Sorry, I thought that was a 1.
no, 1 is a, like, 1 is a 1. It's like,
I see that. I see how that is now. Right. Sorry. Say
no.
that question again.
So, basically, I want you to tell us what your ritual looks like as you unravel Nima's ritual, and then, like, put it towards the beast, like, what happens?
Yeah. So, and obviously everybody should feel free to X card me. And I'm aware of the safety lines and veils. Just say that. So the first thing that happens is my character rolls up their sleeves and turns their hands palm up. Now you can see that the veins on the inside of her forearms are unusually pronounced and a very dark purple. And she will clench both her fists to make them pop even more. It's quite grim. And then it looks like, and I think probably Nima, probably kind of, because you're very magical, aren't you, Nima? And you're very magical as well, aren't you too, Sibyl? So I think that you'll probably see that it's like my veins almost look like they're shooting out of my body, but they're kind of not, as that it's more of a psychic or a magical thing at this point. But it looks like they're kind of popping and lifting out of my body, and then twisting and twining around, almost like that they're reaching into Nima's bag and starting to pull out the apples. And then and it seems crazy that the beast is just like still standing there and letting me do it to him. So you guess that on some do this to it. So you guess on some level that this isn't a physical thing that is happening, but this is some sort of magical thing that is happening. As the veins in my arms start to reach out towards the beast itself, and then the apples wink out of existence at the end of these kind of horrible veiny trees that are still attached to my body. And the thing that you notice then is that suddenly one of the beast's eyes explodes, and you can see the base of an apple in its place. And where the iris of the eye would have been, it's like it's the bottom little bit of the apple. You know, the little kind of stalky, but the little bit at the bottom, the little star shape at the bottom of the apple, and then its other eye like explodes, and it's the same thing on the other side. So it's kind of now got kind of apples for eyes and tiny little bits which look a little bit like horrible eyeballs. And then you can see its nasal cavity starting to swell. And the beast is so strong that like the first apple actually doesn't fit properly and explodes out of its nose. But it's all right because we've got several apples. So you can see it kind of starting to bulge out in its sinuses. And it roars in pain because this would hurt. I've had sinusitis and that's very painful. And then lastly, as it's trying to roar and you see it opens its mouth to give a massive roar, it actually coughs up an apple and it gets trapped in its mouth, and it starts to thrash and panic as it is now blind. It can't smell anything, and its jaw is locked open.
And it's just, as it thrashes around, and like, maybe as it's experiencing this, and it's so magical that even though this should like take out any other creature or anything like that, it is still moving, it is still thrashing around, like it's going to expel at some point these apples that have been brought into its form and whatever. But as it's thrashing around and you guys can scatter, do whatever you need to do, you have to make it up to the highest tower, blah blah blah. But as it's thrashing around and starting to like tear the apples from its nose and its mouth and even its eyes, it tears an apple from its mouth and like spits it out with like saliva and like some kind of greenish spew, and it will like roar with like, some intense rage and say, "Ah! That throne is mine, not hers. You will not hold it from me." As like he's like trying to tear through. I mean, like he's like still kind of blind because of the apples, and he's like starting to scent around and getting near like who he can like get near, because he's like going by smell now, or by sense perhaps. And you can see that pendant that's at his neck. It's swirling with dark energy inside. You hear the pants and snorts from the beast. What is everybody doing? It's gonna start getting all the apples out of itself soon. So you either run, hide, whatever, just.
I would love to cast my second ritual writhe before running.
Okay, go ahead. And that could work, because again, there's like overgrown stuff in this castle, so
Yes, this is why I took this one. It will transform sticks and branches into serpents which follow your command.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
So automatically risk roll because of the ritual.
mm-hmm.
What can go wrong? In doing this, maybe you get interrupted because, like, it, in its rage, it'll, like, smack into you, and then you can't finish, da-da-da. I mean, that's one thing that could go wrong. Oh, my gosh. I'm thinking cinematically here, so, I mean, like, if anybody's got any other suggestions for like, horrible things that can happen, go for it. Otherwise, we're just going to build the roll, and the roll is take a light dive. This is something you are skilled at because of your occupation or background.
I think would you buy that the herbalist stuff will help me transform sticks and branches? It's okay if not. That is this a very weak link. I actually don't know if she has a light dice in this.
Um, yeah, it's a bit sketch, but I mean, like, you know what? I'm gonna extend it to being like, you've got the equipment here, because I mean, like, you've got all over sticks and branches, so that's not a problem, right? I mean, it would all be one thing if you didn't have any of these things, resources to do it, then no. But since you do, I'm gonna be like, yeah, sure, it's fine.
All right.
Yeah. Dark die if you're risking your mind or body. Oh, hell yeah, because you've got a raging beast like about ready to smack down if you get this wrong or you can't do it fast enough. And then the second light die comes from accepting a devil's bargain. What do we think will happen, people, if, no matter what? No matter what.
The Fae that marked you come closer.
Oop. Yep. I think
True.
maybe there's a cut scene, that we end up seeing. It's like it's kind of like Prince Humperdinck in like, Princess Bride, like where we see the cutscenes of like him tracking the princess and all this kind of crap. Like he's been tracking since the forest. He's like, this person's been tracking since the moat, da da da, and able to get into the castle. And it's like, oh, we see you now, Nima. Yeah, that sort of thing. Sure, I like it. That's cool.
I like it too.
Okay, I don't really have anything right now.
I don't think I've got anything to say to add. I think
That's so good. That was so good.
Mhm.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I will take that. It's very good.
I love it. Okay. That's beautiful. Complicate the situation. Absolutely.
Oh
So,
yeah.
2 light, 1 dark, please.
It is 2 light 5s and 1 dark 1.
Okay. So 5 means that you succeed, but there's a complication.
For
But
sure there's a complication.
Well, wait. Since it's light 5, that means that you can add a dark die to re-roll. So that means you can do a 2 light, 2 dark roll to see if you get it any better.
That's interesting. Does would it
Do
keep
it.
the new one?
It would keep the new roll. Whatever you get for the new roll.
Sure, why not? We are in the fourth ring.
Okay. Too light, too dark, please.
All right.
Oh my god, what? What? 6 light. Damn. Okay. So, you tell me. You tell me, like, how this works. Like, what do you do with your ritual? What does the ritual look like, and what do you do with the ritual?
I think what it looks like is the moment uh the thing crashed down from the ceiling, she uh backs up. She notices like this other ritual happening, the apples flying from her bag, and she feels for just a brief moment that she is out of trick. She backs up more, runs into the wall, and the wall is this cracked stone that the briars and brambles have been eating into forever, and she yanks one out behind her, and it's a long branch, and then it's a long root, and then it transforms into the one of the serpents, and from the hole behind it, uh, branches surge forward, also transforming into snakes when they cross the threshold of this wall.
And what do you tell the snakes to do?
I tell them to attack, and I am going to run.
Okay. Attack the
Simple and
beast.
clean.
Nice. Okay. And that's what you all see, like all these snakes coming out of different places from the hall, and they just start climbing, wriggling and slithering towards the beast, and speedily like wrap up its legs, like, maybe they kind of throw themselves over its arms, and then just start to go into its body, and then just and like it starts to roar with pain even more so, and still you know rages that he should get the throne, it belongs to him, and all this kind of stuff. But he's tearing the apples from his eyes, but he's got to wait a little bit for his eyes to heal before he can see, so he's just kind of scenting folks. um but now he's confused because the snakes are disorienting him. So you guys have the option. You can, like, I mean, Nima's given you the option to run.
I am gonna grab my bag and bravely run away.
Okay. Yeah.
Also running.
Okay. And I think we see this strange setup that I should have asked and I forgot to ask. Do each of you take the item that you found at the table? The silver shoes, the
will.
ribbon. I'm sorry?
I will.
Okay, so you'll take the signet ring.
Yeah, I'll take mine.
Okay, the ribbon. Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking the flower.
Neva, do you take the shoes?
I don't know if it crosses her mind to take the shoes.
Well, then everybody else, except for Nima, will hear from wherever you put the thing that you have, whether you put the ring on your finger or you put the flower accessory in your hair or in your bag or whatever. Wherever you have it, you hear it in some way, shape, or form. And it sings to you, and you know it's the princess's voice. You remember somehow, even though it's been so long ago that you've heard it. And she says, "Come find me. Come wake me. Come love me." Getting to her means getting what you want. I think even as you scatter, somehow you all find a set of circular stairs leading up to the still upright turret. The princess awaits. The view is from below, looking up. All of you have come to the tower at the same time, and yet we see each of you at a different level of the staircase.
calling out in desperation to the loved one that you will not disappoint. So ends Ring 4. Ring 5, the lovely Somnolent. The princess's room. Here she sleeps. You see her prostrate form bedecked in finery befitting her station. It is as she is only sleeping. She is as she was 10 years ago. She has not aged since her 21st birthday when the curse took hold. A jarring light suddenly changes the atmosphere, as the single window in this well-appointed room shows the dawn shining in, but it smiles a sinister light, as red as if it would burn blood in the dark sky. You blink, oblivious of anyone else in the room except her unconscious form as you approach her bed. You have traveled so far and been through so much to come to me. What do you offer in order to wake me from this cursed dream? Her voice murmurs into your ear alone. It is you. It has always been you alone to save me. No one else. Don't let anyone else take this opportunity away from you. Each of you, you don't see the others. You've been warned against the rest or against a single one. What is your vision of what it would mean if you fail? What do you see?
I think that if I fail, I will not be able to wake anybody from the Piper's spell. That something about the princess and her becoming the ruler of this land holds the key to unlocking that, but only with me by her side.
I think for Nima to be rejected here, if she cannot wake the princess, it is what court would accept her. This is the one that she was built for and was in for a long time. She was unmasked elsewhere. This is her opportunity to come home. There's not another place.
I think for it's like Sibil, it's like it's like the actual answer is basically it's like her life and soul would basically be forfeit to it's like her betrothed. Although for her it's pretty much all the same because these past 10 years have pretty much been it's like to her it's like what it would mean to fail.
For Rasei, I think it is failure would mean giving up on ever finding the banner. It would be lost forever.
It is so important that you, and only you, succeed. But in the next moment, you see red, the one or ones whom your loved one warned you about. They are in front of you now, ready to awaken the princess themselves. What do you do? What do you plan to do?
I am gonna take out my sword and I'm gonna use my defense skill to keep them all away from her.
Yeah, let me know what you plan on doing because this could be a 4-way contest roll, which is amazing. But anyway.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think I'm just like holding it in position to like threaten whoever comes close first.
Sure.
I think Nima will call the snakes away from the boar downstairs to get up here and attack whoever she is facing.
Nima, you you were warned against Rasei. Okay.
Indeed I was. Who is just in defensive position. Very sad.
Sorry, this also makes me cry. But anyway, Sibil, Cal, what are you doing?
Do people feel it would be tripping up the mind control if I used my provoke skill on another
Ooh.
character?
Now, mind you, the provoke skill forces an opponent, one opponent, to make a choice. And I don't know. What do you guys think about that mind control ask?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
Otherwise, it's going to
it
be apples
traps
in your
that.
face.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
thanks for
used all
checking in.
my apples.
I was like, yeah, thanks for checking. Although it's
Yeah.
like, I think like personally, I find provoke isn't so much like mind control, so much that you are forcing them to, it's like make one
Choose.
of three choices.
It
Yeah.
feels
But
more
yeah, thanks for checking.
instinctual because it's that fight, flight, freeze. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
nothing unnatural that the character would do, I think. So
Yeah,
it's
whereas
works.
all
my
right,
compel, I think more likely sort of crosses that line.
cool. Okay,
Although it's
well the
like compel
person,
is like designated literally like a non-lethal task. So, but yeah,
Nima is the person that I was warned about, so that's who I see in front of me. So that's who I'll be casting provoke on,
great. All right.
and she should be grateful it's not a face full of apples.
All right. And Sibyl, what are you plan on doing?
Let's see. I was warned against all three, but none of them seemed specifically warned against me. And it's like,
Underdog.
and I've generally not really cared to get my hands too dirty if I don't need to. So I think like if it's like if I can, I'd like to go to either it's like Rasei or Kel and just sort of blink them. It's like towards it's like Nima.
Oh shit! Pick one. I don't care which. You can only do one.
Uh, let's see. Actually, it's like it's okay if it's like I watch it's like it's like since Kel seems to be in the middle of provoking it's like who are you provoking? It's like Nemo, was it? Okay. Then yeah, I suppose I will go ahead and it's like blink it's like Rasei.
Okay. Amazing. Holy crap. Okay, hold on. I gotta do this map here. Okay, hold on. Rasei. And then this is Sibyl. It's almost a perfect circle. Almost. Holy crap. Okay, so. All right. This is going to be a four-way contest roll. All right. Stakes are obviously getting to the princess first. Everybody's got something that they plan on firing off. Depending on how it lays out, the winner obviously gets to pull off their thing first. And if it's Rasei, then Rasei will get to react to whomever acts next. Okay? And we'll go on from there. So basically, like, we'll follow the order of winner down and see how that goes. All right? So the way the contest roll works is, this is fun. When treasure hunters act against each other, they must agree on what's at stake. What's at stake is trying to get to the princess first. Got it. Each competing player, take a light die if you have a skill or equipment that makes what you plan on doing easier. Okay? So you just make that determination right off the bat. Okay? I mean, I'm not going to police you on if you think you can do it or not. Just say you can or you can't. And then, for every mark of ruin you currently have, you add a light die to that light die total. All right? So go into, if you're using the trophy dice roller, you go into the contest roll and you plug in your light die first. Okay? So light die for the skill or equipment or whatever, and the amount of ruin that you have. So add that all up and put that into the light total. Dark is if the contest is inherently deadly or dangerous. It can be deadly and dangerous because of the things that you guys plan on doing to each other. So yeah, you get that first dark die. And then, here's the fun part. You all get to pick however many additional dark die that you want, that you're willing to risk. And the reason why you're risking is because For every dark one that you get, every dark one adds a point of ruin to your total. So keep that in mind when you create your count for your roll for dark. All right. And then I'm just letting you know what happens. So we're going to see who succeeds with the most amount of sixes. If there's no sixes, we go down to fives, and so on and so forth until there's a clear winner for most of the highest die. All right. But again, for every dark one, that's a point of ruin. So you could win with a lot of sixes, but you also lose because you have gone over your ruin. Yippee. So go ahead and plug in your numbers. So for instance, Rasei and Kel get 4 light die total if they're able to add that skill die for the light, and Nima and Sibil would be 5 light die. Okay. And then you guys just do however many dark die you want. So let me know when you have plugged in your numbers.
I'm scared, but I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm
That
ready.
sounds like someone who added 6 dark dice. I think I've got 2.
Okay. Where everybody's ready. All right. I'm going to count down. All right. So 3, 2, 1, roll.
Oops.
Oh boy. Let's see. What do we got? Contest. All right. 1, 2. Okay. So it looks like Kel rolled 2 dark, two sixes. So automatically Kel is number 1.
Yeah, Cal
And then-
quite a lot of.
And then it looks like Sibil is next with 2 5s. And then Nima. I'm so sorry.
We rolled bad.
Okay.
Have hit my ruin cap.
Uh-oh. Okay, so wait. Kel, you hit your ruin?
I have hit my ruin.
Holy shit!
It's like the finale. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
no.
hold back.
I'm hey. What can I say?
You're lucky I didn't put 6 dark dice in.
That would have been hilarious. I'm sorry. It would have been hilarious. Okay, so oh man. Yeah, this is not the first time this has happened. I'm just always amazed when it does. So Kel wins, so is able to pull off your move, what you said you were planning on doing. However, you are lost to the environment because of what you've done. You're falling into the
Yeah.
darkness. So it's rad. Trust me, it's very rad.
Oh,
Okay.
so
And then the
close
next
to
person
dark
that's able
anyway.
to next person that's able to pull off some stuff is Sibil. Hold on, let me just double check myself here. And then no, actually I'm sorry. It's actually Rasei who's third. So Rasei gets to pull off, and then Michelle is fourth. Nima is fourth. Okay. Sorry. I was reading that wrong. Yeah. So Kel, Sibil, Rasei, and Nima. That's the order of operations. So we're just gonna start from Kel. Kel, please tell us like how this looks when you provoke Nima, but how you fall into your depths of ruin here.
Yeah, sure. Well, I suppose my first question is, Nima, I cast provoke on you. Which of the options do you choose?
I think it is fight. The intent of the fight is not to use her fist tower. It is to call those snakes, which will not show up. But I feel like that's enough of a fighting move. 6 snakes I use, you know.
Yeah, maybe the fact that you're last in the roll the order is the fact that maybe you are provoked to fight, but the snakes don't come in time. Right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So
Then I'm going to describe how I fall to ruin in the
correct.
environment. So you've
Yep.
seen me use my magic before, but this time the veins from my forearms that extend out towards Nima and successfully provoke her, and the magic successfully comes off. This time they turn back towards me and they multiply and multiply and multiply, and then they kind of cover my entire body, and so you can see almost only my head left, and the rest of me is kind of covered in these writhing purple veins, and then they pull me straight down into the ground, through the floors, until I'm just not there anymore.
Does it leave a mark on the environment?
Yeah, I think it needs a blood stain.
Fabulous.
You're on mute.
Ads, you're muted.
Thank you. You'll have an opportunity for an epilogue later after everybody goes through their stuff. So like start thinking about what you think will happen in the future. Yeah, and then Sibyl, you have said that you're going to blink Rasei. So, what does that look like when you perform your ritual and then go over to Rasei to do this?
I think it's like, because it's like these two are warned against each other, not so much against me. I don't know if they can really see me, and I don't really care right now. And it's like, but I think how it looks is basically, it's like Sibyl is like kind of strides up with all too much certainty, and it's like probably it's like, and it's like whatever it's like she retained of her grace from her time as courtesan, and I think it's probably it's like it's like whether it's like perhaps responds is like with by swinging at her or whatnot and everything. I think it's like Sibyl is like it's like Sibyl doesn't care to fight, namely because Sybil is not a fighter. It's like Sibyl likes to it's like leave the dirty work to others if she can it's like help it and everything. So it's like I think it's like basically just it's like sort of pop. It's like blinks it's like or say it's like towards it's like Nima. It's like towards Nima and certainly away from me.
Amazing.
It's like
Oh. Yeah. Rasei, you said you had your sword in hand?
I sure do.
You blink to Nima. What happens?
Well, poor Nima is gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
And Nima, you get Rasei's sword, I imagine.
I
As
think
you
I do.
suddenly
She's geared to fight an opponent who is better armed, and she has nothing but a bag of apples.
So, yeah. I believe at this point, exit Nima and Kel is gone. Bloodstain pooling on the floor. And Rasei and Sibyl, perhaps you are looking at each other across the room from each other, and in between you is the princess's bed, laying there, supine and asleep. What do you two do?
Is there a window?
Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna use my ritual yoke and I'm gonna push Sybil through the window.
Okay, so. This should be fun. Okay, so yeah, we can make this another contest roll because we can fold the ritual into it. It's a matter of like who can do it first. So Rasei is going to yoke, and Sybil, what do you plan on doing?
I could try compel, but I think by this point it's like Sybil saw this coming. And at this point, it's like And it's like, and at this point, I think she's desperate enough. It's like that she's going to go ahead and channel her, it's like, dear. And it's like deal with this, it's like situation through her, so to speak.
Oh
And
no.
it's like, and I think I'll let the contest roll, it's like answer that for me, whether that's, it's like basically how I fall to my ruin.
Bingo. All right, so you know how this works. All right. So, oh Lord. uh so Rasei and Sibyl, you both are at 5 light. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume 5 light. That's it. And then you put in however many dark die you want for your contest roll. Tell me when you're plugged in.
I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, and roll. It looks like.
You have more
Uh-oh.
5s than me.
Yeah, but Sibyl
Yeah,
also
but
gets the Mage's Ruin.
Oh no!
And it's like we go down together.
Oh my god. Sorry. I shouldn't enjoy this so much, but this is like the tragic, dark ending that just. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay. Sibyl, you're able to pull off channel, but you fall into the darkness pretty damn fast. And Rasei, yeah, you're able to yoke, but may be in trouble, like facing off against whatever Sibyl calls up. So let's see. Let's find out what this looks like. Tell me what it looks like. Sibyl, tell me what you channel and bring up.
Let's see. I think as far as it's like as she's researched, it's like as a demonologist and everything, Sibyl was basically willing to it's like contract with what was probably the most dangerous it's like demon that she can get into contact with. And unfortunately, I think that speaks for itself. And let's see, it's like Rasei, do you want to describe basically how it's like you it's like try to push me out the window?
Yes, go ahead. Say it. Just say it. I mean, Rasei,
But
I think you're left standing, but I mean, like, you know.
yeah, so I think basically for it's like Sybil, it's like she simply it's like says it's like something it's like I think she makes her feelings quite clear where it's like I won't it's like I won't I refuse. It's like to let you it's like lay a hand on her. And I think as she it's like says is basically her skin starts to sort it's like I think in a way she starts to blister and morph and it's like deform and it's like she expands and it's like contracts all at once and then it's like grows and contorts it's like and it's like basically mutates and it's like everything and I think essentially it's like and it's like you can it's like and I think the first sign that basically she just it's like that it's like this it's like that it's like her it's like betrothed was it's like was always going to be too much for her to it's like handle if she ever channeled it's like them is basically her eyes it's like roll back before it's like her it's like face basically it's like is it's like replaced with that of it's like her it's like betrothed and everything.
Rasei,
I'm
you
sorry,
see
is that too
this.
much?
No, but I mean, Rasei, you see this. And, you know, I think you, because of the overwhelming nature of the darkness, you do have time to pull off your yoke. But tell me what you think as you deal with this demon now in front of you in your own way.
Think I'm not thinking. Like, I'm just so focused on the task at hand. Like, I barely notice this horrific change. I'm just shoving as hard as I can, trying to get Sybil out of the window, like away, so that I'm the only one left.
And I
just
think
quickly
naturally,
clicking.
just a large lumbering arm just it's like pulls you. It's like with them like a it's like almost like a sickly embrace. It's like
Oh God. Roll credits. Theme song goes. But post-credit scenes, epilogues. I want to know, in a time in the near future or distant future, if you have not survived, how has the world changed with your passing? And if you think you survived, how are you forever changed? Any point in time after this particular incident. But I'm going to say that the first post-credit scene is the view of the princess, her eyes opening, and the dawn is reaching in with its red glowing fingers. The sun is intense, blood red, as the two figures fall, perhaps. But we see the princess approaching the window and looking down upon, well, whatever she sees, and her eyes look neutral, glassy, and she smiles. What's the first post-credit scene that we see?
I think that Kel is trapped between life and death permanently and will haunt the castle, constantly aware of how she failed.
If it makes Kel feel any better, I think this is now where you can see those invisible servants. They are not invisible to you anymore. They are wan, they are listless, but they are there, and they are upkeeping the illusion, the glamour of a grand castle in all of its finery and opulence.
I think it's like Sibyl has it's like definitely passed. It's like it's like into the loving embrace of it's like their betrothed and everything. It's like I think essentially another creature is like prowls around the it's like outskirts of this area similar to it's like the boar in the great halls and everything. It's like it's like I think and it's like I think the it's like I feel like the it's like relationship or I guess it's like the understanding is kind of twofold. It's like the it's like demon it's like her betrothed gets her fun and it's like she gets to it's like protect any who have the audacity it's like to try to court it's like the princess. And I think what it's like it's like and I think we don't quite see the creature in full or anything. We never really quite it's like do, but we do see it's like a panning of what seems to be it's like lumbering footsteps and it's like in it's like trail are it's like those same it's like flowers that it's like bloom it's like from its steps and then it's like wither away. It's like just it's like almost as instantly.
I think Rasei is the barest definition of alive. And there is just now this suit of armor that wanders the castle, seeking the banner of the Nameless Legion, just forever hunting it.
And I think for Nima, after this has come to pass and the room has settled, the princess has gone back to her slumber. We see another figure enter the room. It is a slender and glowing silver fae dressed in a almost like a ballerina's dress as if she just came out from a waltz, and she tiptoes over to Nima's body, settled on the ground, and reaches a silver hand into her chest and pulls out where the heart should be a beautifully perfect green apple that she sets on the nightstand for whatever adventurer comes next.
God damn! Oh my god. Amazing. And the theme song swells and dips, and it ends on a dissonant chord as we end the lovely Somnolent. Thank you all. This was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah!
Ah! Congratulations. Oh my god. Holy crap. Oh. Okay, debrief. Stars and wishes. Stars are things that you loved about the game. Gameplay, roleplay, each other. And wishes, well, I mean, it's a one shot, but I mean, like, I don't know if you wished for something. If you're going to play this game again, what would you do? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. God, amazing.
I thought your GMing was just so good, and it was so rich, and it was so atmospheric, and it just kind of like it made it easy to riff off it. With indie games that you have to kind of riff off them and bring your own stuff to the table, and because of the way you'd set it up, it just made it so easy to do that. So just firstly, thank you so much for that, Mads.
And you have the link to my game, like, on itch. So, like, if you don't already have it, it's like, please feel free, grab it or whatever, and then just, like, I hope you would end up running it or whatever. And if you do run it, like, let me know how it goes.
I will definitely run. I will definitely
curse somebody else. Curse somebody else with it.
That is so cool and so perfect. Like taking the fairy tale thing and putting it into Trophy Dark, just perfect.
It really works. It's like I was just like, oh my god,
really
amazing. I have to do a 2-shot version because I know I can develop this further, because I originally had a 2-shot version ready, but it was very it had a lot of work that needed to be done, and this is like the pared down version that I knew that I could do with a 1-shot for sure, like to keep it like very spare. And yeah, I mean, like, I love what people have been doing with it so far. So good. Thank you.
I thought it was really interesting how Sibil, like everyone else, the princess was kind of a means to an end, but Sibil's obsession actually centered on the princess herself. And it just made a really interesting and complex relationship.
100%. Amazing.
I'm going to echo Becky's star, first of all, for your GMA Mads. I love the different voices and the tone you took on when reading those intros to each of the rings. That was lovely. And I'm also gonna pass a star over to Becky just for jumping in right at the top with Kel going, "That's a guide if I ever saw one." I was like, okay, great. This is a person who is putting their character in the world and situation, and was and I also love the concept you brought in with an oracle escape from the cults. Lots of good stuff to work with there for the different devil's bargains that we saw.
Yeah, stars all around. It's like Mads. It's like love this. It's like love this scenario. It's like love your jamming. It's like and everything. Thank you so much for putting out this game. Also, it's like very happy to. It's like finally. It's like be a player in one of your games and everything. It's like Michelle. It's like love. It's like Rasei's general. It's like it's like love. It's like how kind of in a way straightforward. It's like Rasei was. It's like compared to it's like much of the cast and everything, but at the same time, it's like also potentially like. It's like naturally physically the most is like dangerous and also incidentally the perfect weapon for it's like Sibil against Nima, but don't worry about it. I also love the it's like epilogue of it's like becoming a haunted armor and everything, still looking for the lost banner. It's like stars too. It's like Becky, as it's like Kat mentioned. It's like jumping right into things. It's like Kel. It's like basically it's like playing up the act of like, yes, this is my lady, and it's like here are the apples that she it's like offers to you, and it's like the way that you it's like love the way that it's like you continue to it's like use Nima's apples especially against the boar, against the bandits, everything. And it's like, oh my goodness, the way it's like being the first to it's like fall into ruin, but in a way also basically kind of helping to it's like set up Nima's downfall in the process as well. And it's like just it's like in it's like and the it's like oh unfortunate epilogue of basically now wandering between life and it's like hell and everything. And it's like goodness. Also just it's like seeing the little hints out it's like of it's like her drive. It's like as an escaped cultist and everything from slitting the throat of the bandit later because they are also a follower of the. It's like because they're also one of the cultist members and it's like everything. It's like wonderful and yeah. It's like stars too. It's like cat love the. It's like love the little. It's like love the. It's like subtle but definitely also evident whimsy of it's like Nima in it's like the dark fairy tale is this and it's like love seeing the little it's like flashback it's like that we it's like had at the it's like dinner table with the it's like with it's like one of your it's like with your it's like secret lover it's like and everything and also how much trouble your apples caused throughout this entire campaign incredible and it's like and yeah it's like also it's like love seeing your serpents go to work too, but unfortunately your serpents let you down when it mattered the most for you. Goodness. Oh, and the it's like and the little it's like epilogue of it's like just it's like having the apple pulled out where it's like her it's like as her heart and everything. Incredible. Yeah, it's like love this a lot of fun. It's like I could keep going, so it's like I'll stop here.
I mean, yes, you all did fabulously for many different reasons, for all the different little callbacks and things that you picked out from, from either the Devil's Bargains or from the things that you pulled out and the elements that you mentioned and from your histories that you created as you went along, which is what I love about this game because it helps create something so organic that you don't even realize what you're going to have as your character until you actually go through it, which is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I loved Rasei's, like, again, as was said, like straightforwardness, but yet it was very full of depth because they were essentially a soldier, and like always going to be willing to follow through with like, this is my duty. This is like, my people, and I'm going to try to find this banner that means so much to us and still continue to find this banner that means so much to us even in almost death.
Earnest. That was the. It's like that was the description I was looking for. It's like Rasei. It's like Rasei felt like the most earnest out of the cast.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it was great because I mean, like again, like for like the simplicity but yet complexity of like just like I'm gonna take this tree trunk and I'm just gonna lay it down and like create a bridge, but yet there's like complications because of like the things that they saw and the things that they remembered, and then it just brought it all on once they were in the castle, and it was absolutely gorgeous, Michelle. So I mean, like, loved Rasei, absolutely. And as said, the earnestness when you were talking to the commander, that was, I felt like we were there, honestly, because it's like you were saying, it's like, no, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna do this because I'm of the nameless legion. Yeah, for sure. Oh my god. And then Sibil being like just so witchy and just so obsessed with the princess. I mean, I was really, and I'm sorry if it sounded like I was digging at you because, like, you wouldn't give me the dish you wanted to eat. You were like all over the princess, and I'm thinking, is she really that obsessed? And it's like, oh, she is really that obsessed. Oh shit, that's a big problem. But I loved how that turned out because then it really showed, and you were willing to do anything for it, including bring out your betrothed, which is so twisted. Holy shit. I loved it. I love that character too. And then Kel, I mean, again, just the consummate, oh God, you may be an oracle, but god damn, like, escaped cultist, you're doing some really shady shit there. And you followed through. Oh my God. yeah, so that was an intense character. I mean, like, I thought you were going to stop at the deception. Nope. Let's just slit the guy's throat. Yep, keep going. And like the whole unravel thing, and then with combined with Nima's like apple thing, which was like a wonderful, interesting theme that's still fairy tale like, but yet also creepy as hell. Like, who can make fruit creepy? They did. It's great. I mean, just damn. And I'm glad that you guys got to use your rituals like in the way that you did. Sometimes some people go through this game without using their rituals, and I'm like, why? Have fun, you know? And of course, Nima. I mean, I'm glad that you called back to the Fae. It was kind of like an in and out, like, am I going to remember? Am I going to forget? And I was like hoping that you would also remember too. And I'm glad you did, because that was a beautiful epilogue that you had of the Fae finally catching up to you. But then, no, it wasn't Nima at all. It was the apple. It was the apple of her eye. Oh boy. So, oh God, you guys did so well with this. I enjoyed myself so much. You made it easy as well. I mean, you guys were saying that's like, you know, good GMing and like, you know, good scenario, blah blah. But like, people at the table make it very easy as well when you really go all in, create these characters that end up being complex and rich, and just go for it. Again, feel free. It's a one shot. Drive it like a stolen car and just see what happens. I love this. So, thanks again. And if with your permission, I would love to throw this on my channel once I edit it a little bit. And you know, just put this on, because yeah, the people should see this kind of story for sure. Yeah. Oh, and I will say that the Beast, that's not his actual origin, at least to my incursion. When you mentioned the brother, I was like, oh, okay, well, I can change it. That's not a big deal. And you
I
know,
thought so. That was great.
yeah, that pivot was good too. I mean, like, you know, that was I think fit the story better, because you guys created that detail of, well, her brother wanted the throne, so yeah, hell yeah, you know. But nope, he couldn't get away from being cursed in some fashion. He wasn't gonna fall asleep. He was gonna be a beast. It's great. So awesome. No, amazing job, guys. So with that, I'm going to wish you happy gaming for the rest of Shared Hearth. I hope you have wonderful time for the rest of the games and have the opportunity to enjoy more new games, more new scenarios. I will, if you don't mind, I will also send you, if you don't already belong, send you invitations to my server so you can join a bunch of other weirdos that like talking, playing, running a lot of games as well. So look out for that invite. All right. So
Very cool. Thank you so much. And yes,
Thank you.
please feel free to post it. And if you do, just tag me on Blue Sky.
Okay. All right. Great.
And
No, absolutely.
so I can repost it.
Okay. Fabulous. Yeah. And if you guys want me to tag you on Blue Sky as well, I mean, like, I don't, unless people like ask me, or I know who the designer is, in which case I can tag them and say, hey, look, we did a thing. So yeah, I mean, like, you know, if you want to be tagged, like, just let me know, and I'm on Blue Sky under Madelancholy. So there you go.
Woo.
Oh my gosh. Again, thank you very much again, and pleasure having you at my table, and hopefully we'll get to play with you all again sometime soon. Happy gaming to you
yeah.
all. All
Yeah,
right.
a delight.
Thank you.
It's
Bye,
like,
everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.